Hello everyone, welcome back to Murder to Carlisle Manor EDH Deck Tag. What is... Oh, oh no. The slimes are against humanity. Warn the others! Help! Hello guys, welcome back to Scry guys. Today we are going to do another deck tech today, another budget one, which is around a certain card from Murders of Karlov Manor, which is Slime Against Humanity, and it is a Slime to News EDH deck tech. And you're wondering, what is the commander today? It is good old AV Progenitor Ooze. 3 green, 2 colorless, legendary Ooze, and has Storm, which is a really weird concept for a commander. But a Progenitor Ooze is legendary if it's a token, and then Ave entered the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each other Ooze you control. So you are going to create a lot of AV Progenitor Oozes and tokens. There's so many of them. And it is a really sweet commander because you're building around the oozes, which is a weird archetype, and it's only worth $1 or even less than that. I just put $1. I didn't want to put like 10 cents or whatever, but yeah, he is very cheap budget, and he seems pretty fun when you create a lot of mana to storm off. And yeah, so let's get into it. We have 29 creatures today, and we are playing Acidic Slime, Arbor Elf, Biogenic Ooze, which is a really good ooze to have, because when Biogenic Ooze enter battlefield, create two twos, green ooze creature token, and at the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each ooze you control. And then you may pay 4 mana to create a 2/2 green ooze creature token, and it's a 2/2 as well. So that's a really nice lord. Bio-Waste Blob, which is really nice. Bird of Paradise, Chameleon Colossus, Circle Dream Druid, or Circle of Dreams Druid. Consuming Blob, another good one. Corrosive Ooze. Crossing Drawbridge. I put Crossing Drawbridge in here just as a budget way to give all your creatures haste, so you don't play Quarter Crossroads. I think Quarter Crossroads down like 10 to 15. I didn't want to go too crazy into that. There are going to be a few cards in here that are a little crazy, but they're worth it, you know. Defiler Vigor. Experiment 1. Green Slime. Gyre Sage. Kami of Whispered Hopes. Karametra's Acolyte, Mass Vandal, and Metallic Mimic. There's a lot of good mana dorks in here that can help us out. Whenever a +1 counter get placed on it, it just makes a lot more mana with that. And then you got Defile Vigor just to finish the game. Yeah. So let's go on to the next one. So we got Myototic Slime, I think I pronounced that correctly. Orch Jelly, Ornreef Ooze, Predator Ooze, Print Lifter Ooze. Oh, I just get what that name is. So when I was making this deck, I was like, Jesus, English. Print Lifter Ooze. I'm like, interesting name. And then I realized there's a fingerprint on his little nub. Look at him. He's so proud. Oh, he's so cute too. Ravenous Slime, Realmwalker, Riskar, Pima, Renegade. And then we got Runadi, Behemoth Caller, which is a really good card for this deck because all your creatures are going to have +1 counters on it because they're oozes. Alright, next here is Scavenging Ooze and Universal Automaton. And it all comes to $51 for all the creatures you need for this deck. Just really good interaction creature like Scoos, and just a lot of good cards just to really speed up your curve. I think the highest card in here is just 5, so you're definitely chilling, and your commander 5 too, so definitely could cast a lot of spells on certain turn when you have a absurd amount of mana. So let's look at the 2 artifacts I put in here, which are Nyx Lotus, Soul Ring. That's all you need, just more mana. That's all you realistically need, and it comes to $7. I was scared that Nyx Lotus was going to be a little more, but it's actually not. It's only like $6. And then Dollar Soul Ring. So yeah, I'm very surprised Nyx Lotus is only $6. I would definitely pick up Nyx Lotuses now before they start going up, you know. All right, we are playing 5 instants. 5 instants are intense restoration. Just a nice way to basically just a Haro and then a Haro plus. If you have a creature power 4 or greater, you get to look for 3 basic lands tapped, then top of your library. Heroic Intervention, Return to the Wild Speaker. Just more draw. The deck might have a little trouble with draw just because it's budget side, but that's okay. There's definitely a lot of ways to draw cards in this deck. But we have to Return to the Wild Speaker for that, and a big overrun there. Second Harvest, really good in this deck because we are making copies, and we love to make double those copies for us. And then Rapid Vigor, regenerate each creature you control, which is really nice. So just another cheap way to protect our creatures without breaking the bank. And it all comes to $20 because Heroic Intervention, Second Harvest, and then Return to Wild Speaker. Which all 3 sum up, pretty expensive there. And then the Rapid Vigor and Restoration's not that much. So yeah, let's move on to Sorcery. The Sorcery are the most important. We are playing 23. And I really had hard trying to fit in enough slime against humanity. It was really rough to make this deck a thing. I was just gonna upload a deck with the commander, then 65 slime against humanity, but that's not fun. I want to be interactive. I want to at least have a chance to win. Have powerful turn where you're just a large board, and then you have protection in your hand, so you win the next turn. But yeah, we are playing Cultivate, Gelatinous Genesis, another way to create a lot of oozes. Kadama's Reach, Nature Lord, Risk our Expertise, another way for him draw, and then Shamanic Revelation, another form way to draw. And then we are playing 15 Slime Against Humanity. I feel like that's enough for this version. I feel like you could definitely cut a lot more cards to play at least 20 Slimes Against Humanity, but I feel like that's fine for now. I feel like you could add more. You could cut a couple creatures, I'm pretty sure there, if you're really crazy on the slimes. We are playing 1 slime molding and then 3 visits, and it'll come to $50 just because Slime Against Humanity right now is getting close to $3 each. So it is really expensive to fit in Slime Against Humanity nowadays. But yeah, that's that's all the slimes I could fit in here. I'm wondering what you guys are trying to fit, how many slimes in a slime deck or ooze deck. Definitely let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, let's move on to the enchantment. We are playing 4 enchantments. There's a couple of draw ones in here and a couple of good ones in here as well. So we're playing Guardian Projects, just an OG one. And then Gutter Grime. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put a slime counter on Gutter Grime. Then put a green ooze creature token on the battlefield with this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of slime counters on Gutter Grime. So that is really good against a board wipe. So whenever a non-token creature dies, you make one, you make another. They're all just going to be big and huge. So that is really sweet deck tech right there. And then we're playing Ooze Flux. Remove 1 or more +1 counters from among creatures you control. Put a XX green ooze creature token onto the battlefield where X is the number of +1 counters removed this way. Really nice. Just remove all the counters and play some more oozes. And then we got Tribute to the World Tree. Just a really nice card here. Just a draw power or make your creatures big if they're weenie size. And it'll come down to $24, which isn't bad, right? Not too bad here. Guardian Prize around 10, and then Tribute's around 11, so the other 2 are bulk. Alright, we are playing 2 Planewalkers, our 2 generals of the Ooze army. We are playing Nissa Ascendant Amunis and Nissa Who Stakes the World. Both, pretty good cards here. Nissa Ascendant could be a really nice overrun for us, or it could be a little bit of interaction, or create a fraction of Hoarder for us. And Nissa Who Stakes the World helps us create more mana, or untaps our 1 Pacific land that we really needed in this deck. And it only costs about $10 for these 2 beautiful Planewalkers. I love Nissa. I think she's great. Any Nissa in the future, really nice. I don't think we're getting another Nissa Planewalker anytime soon because he's been desparked. which is very unfortunate, but that's fine. I think the newness is really good too. Let's move on to the land. We're playing 34 lands. I didn't want to go too crazy on like 33. I think 34 is just fine. The amount of ramp that we have, and just the mana dorks that we have too. So I think 34 is excellent for this deck. So we were playing Blighted Woodlands, Castle Garenbrig, Karn's Bastion, just to proliferate those +1 counters. Myriad Landscape, just another form of ramping out like Blighted Woodlands. Nykthos Shrine, one of the most important lands that we need for this deck in Nykthos Shrine, where we could have those explosive turns, create a bunch of our commander, and just go wide. You know, that's our most important card of this deck, besides Slime Against Humanity, which we wanted to build around. And then we got Yamei Cradle of Growth, and then 28 Forest. Well, it all comes down to $57. I don't think that's correct because adding the total of the basic lands, because they're like 10 to 20 cents, so take that with a grain of salt. It might be lower. It might be around like $40. I say $40, just because Nykthos Shrine around like 30. Castle, oh no, 40 something. I would say 40 something because I forgot about Yavimea. There's like 3 cards in here that I know the price of, but the other ones are like bulk, so don't really worry about that. So let's move on to the price and the end of the video. So the total deck at $239, which is below the budget that we set ourselves up. I want to make more budget decks in the future like this, and more tribal decks. I'm gonna try to do tribal decks every month, because I know some tribal people are out there and want to see more tribes getting introduced. But yeah, I think that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe. Comment whatever deck you guys want to see, any tribal decks or anything in the commander sphere that caught your eye. Like, no, I want to see the Scry guy build this. Let me know. I will build it. But yeah, I think that's it. You guys have a wonderful day. And hopefully soon we get some new spoilers for Thunder Junction. I'm stoked to build that set. Let me tell you. I'm ready to build a Tiny Bone. I think Tiny Bone is really good. Just giving it just unblockable, make your opponents discard or even mill. I think he's pretty fun too. Just a really mean high casual deck. I think that is it. I'm getting out of here. Goodbye, guys, and thank you guys for watching. Yeah.